The Oscar nominations 2024 are in as Zazie Beetz and Quaid announced the nominations for the 96th Academy Awards this morning. If you'd like to watch the full announcement from earlier this morning, you can watch the full Oscars 2024 nominations announcement live stream here on Oscar.com. The Oscars 2024 will air live Sunday, March 10, 4 p.m. on ABC, next day on Hulu, and will be televised live in more than 200 territories worldwide. Read on for the complete Oscar nominations 2024 list and don't forget to print your own Oscars 2024 ballot to make your predictions. Oscar nominations 2024 by category 96th Awards. Best Picture. American Fiction. Ben Leckler, Nikos Karamegios, Cord Jefferson and Jermaine Johnson, producers. Anatomy of a Fall. Marie-Ange Lucchini and David Thien, producers. Barbie. David Heyman, Margot Robbie, Tom Ackerley and Robbie Brenner, producers. The Holdovers. Mark Johnson, producer. Killers of the Flower Moon. Dan Friedkin, Bradley Thomas, Martin Scorsese and Daniel Lupi, producers. Maestro. Bradley Cooper, Steven Spielberg, Fred Berner, Amy Durning and Christy McCosco Krieger, producers. Oppenheimer. Emma Thomas, Charles Roven and Christopher Nolan, producers. Past Lives. David Hinojosa, Christine Vachon and Pamela Koffler, producers. Poor Things. Ed Guiney, Andrew Lowe, Yorgos Lanthimos and Emma Stone, producers. The Zone of Interest. James Wilson, producer. Actor in a leading role. Bradley Cooper in Maestro. Coleman Domingo in Rustin. Paul Giamatti in The Holdovers. Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer. Jeffrey Wright in American Fiction. Actor in a supporting role. Sterling K. Brown in American Fiction. Robert De Niro in Killers of the Flower Moon. Robert Downey Jr. in Oppenheimer. Ryan Gosling in Barbie. Mark Ruffalo in Poor Things. Actress in a leading role. Annette Bening in Nyad. Lily Gladstone in Killers of the Flower Moon. Sandra Huller in Anatomy of a Fall. Carey Mulligan in Maestro. Emma Stone in Poor Things. Actress in a supporting role. Emily Blunt in Oppenheimer. Danielle Brooks in The Color Purple. America Ferrera in Barbie. Jodie Foster in Nyad. Davine Joy Randolph in The Holdovers. Animated feature film. The Boy and the Heron. Hayao Miyazaki and Toshio Suzuki. Elemental. Peter Son and Denise Ream. Nimona. Nick Bruno, Troy Quayne, Karen Ryan and Julie Zachary. Robot Dreams. Pablo Berger, Ivan Cormenzana, Ignacy Estepi and Sandra Tapia Diaz. Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse. Kemp Powers, Justin K. Thompson, Phil Lord, Christopher Miller and Amy Pascal. Cinematography. El Conde. Edward Lackman. Killers of the Flower Moon. Rodrigo Prieto. Maestro. Matthew Libatique. Oppenheimer. Hoyt van Hoytema. Poor Things. Robbie Ryan. Costume Design. Barbie. Jacqueline Duran. Killers of the Flower Moon. Jacqueline West. Napoleon. Janty Yates and Dave Crossman. Oppenheimer. Ellen Morojnik. Poor Things. Holly Waddington. Directing. Anatomy of a Fall. Justine Triet. Killers of the Flower Moon. Martin Scorsese. Oppenheimer. Christopher Nolan. Poor Things. Yorgos Lanthimos. The Zone of Interest. Jonathan Glazer. Documentary feature film. Bobby Wine, The People's President. Moses Buello, Christopher Sharp and John Batzik. The Eternal Memory. Nominees to be determined. 4 Daughters. Kauthar Ben Hania and Nadeem Chikruha. To Kill a Tiger. Nisha Pahuya, Cornelia Principe and David Oppenheim. 20 Days in Mariupol. Mstislav Chernov, Michelle Misner and Rainey Aronson Rath. Documentary short film. The ABCS of Book Banning. Sheila Nevins and Trish Adlasic. The Barber of Little Rock. John Hoffman and Christine Turner. Island in Between. Leo Chang and Jean Chen. The Last Repair Shop. Ben Proudfoot and Chris Bowers. Nine I and Y Po. Sean Wong and Sam Davis. Film Editing. Anatomy of a Fall. Laurent Senechal. The Holdovers. Kevin Tent. Killers of the Flower Moon. Thelma Schoonmaker. Oppenheimer. Jennifer Lame. Poor Things. Yorgos Mavropsaridis. International feature film. Io Capitano. Italy. Perfect Days. Japan. Society of the Snow. Spain. The Teacher's Lounge. Germany. The Zone of Interest. United Kingdom. Makeup and Hairstyling. Golda. Karen Hardley Thomas, Susie Battersby and Ashra Kelly Blue. Maestro. Kazuhiro, Kei Georgiou and Laurie McCoy Bell. Oppenheimer. Louisa Abel. Poor Things. Nadia Stacy, Mark Coulier and Josh Weston. Society of the Snow. Anna Lopez Puig Server, David Marty and Montse Ribe. Music, Original Score. American Fiction. Laura Karpman. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. John Williams. Killers of the Flower Moon. Robbie Robertson. Oppenheimer. Ludwig Göransson. Poor Things. Jerskin Fendricks. Music, Original Song. The Fire Inside, from Flamin', Hot. Music and lyric by Diane Warren. I'm Just Ken, from Barbie. Music and lyric by Mark Ronson and Andrew Wyatt. It Never Went Away, from American Symphony. Music and lyric by John Batiste and Dan Wilson. Wazaz, A Song for My People, from Killers of the Flower Moon. Music and lyric by Scott George. What Was I Made For? From Barbie. Music and lyric by Billie Eilish and Phineas O'Connell. Production design. Barbie. Production design, Sarah Greenwood. Set decoration, Katie Spencer. Killers of the Flower Moon. Production design, Jack Fisk. Set decoration, Adam Willis. Napoleon. Production design, Arthur Max. Set decoration, Ellie Griff. Oppenheimer. Production design, Ruth DeYoung. Set decoration, Claire Kaufman. Poor Things. Production design, James Price and Shona Heath. Set decoration, Zazie Mihalek. Short film, animated. Letter to a Pig. Tal Contour and Ahmed R. Giselter. 95 Senses. Jerisha Hess and Jared Hess. Our Uniform. Yegan Mogadam. Pachyderme. Stefani Clement and Mark Rios. War is Over. Inspired by the music of John and Yoko. Dave Mullins and Brad Booker. Short film, live action. The After. Misson Harriman and Nikki Bentham. Invincible. Vincent Renee Lordy and Samuel Karen. Night of Fortune. Lassa Lishar Noor and Christian Norlick. Red, White and Blue. Nazrin Chowdhury and Sarah McFarlane. The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. Wes Anderson and Stephen Rails. Sound. The Creator. Ian Voigt, Eric Goddall, Ethan Van der Ryn, Tom Ozanich and Dean Zapanzik. Maestro. Stephen A. Morrow, Richard King, Jason Reuter, Tom Ozanich and Dean Zapanzik. Mission, Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1. Chris Monroe, James H. Mather, Chris Burden and Mark Taylor. Oppenheimer. Willie Burden, Richard King, Gary A. Rizzo and Kevin O'Connell. The Zone of Interest. Tarn Willers and Johnny Byrne. Visual Effects. The Creator. Jay Cooper, Ian Comley, Andrew Roberts and Neil Corbold. Godzilla -1. Takashi Yamazaki, Kyoko Shibuya, Masaki Takahashi and Tatsuji Najima. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Stefan Soretti, Alexis Washbrot, Guy Williams and Theo Bialek. Mission, Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1. Alex Wutke, Simone Coco, Jeff Sutherland and Neil Corbold. Napoleon. Charlie Henley, Luke Yu and Martin Fennewilet, Simone Coco and Neil Corbold. Writing, Adapted Screenplay. American Fiction. Written for the screen by Cord Jefferson. Barbie. Written by Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach. Oppenheimer. Written for the screen by Christopher Nolan. Poor Things. Screenplay by Tony McNamara. The Zone of Interest. Written by Jonathan Glazer. Writing, Original Screenplay. Anatomy of a Fall. Screenplay, Justine Triet and Arthur Harari. The Holdovers. Written by David Hemmingson. Maestro. Written by Bradley Cooper and Josh Singer. May-December. Screenplay by Sammy Birch. Story by Sammy Birch and Alex Machanik. Past Lives. Written by Celine Song.